Alright, hello and welcome to another directed draw session. Today we're going to be doing another craft. So, like I had promised you guys, we're going to be making our little turtle friend. So, I'm going to show you another way to do this weaving technique, and maybe it'll be easier, maybe not, so we'll see. But you're going to need a light green or regular green piece of construction paper, a brown one for the shell, and then whatever colors you would like for the weaving strips. So I have some of mine pre-cut out. So I just have some oranges and reds and yellows. I'm only using these for right now. And then here are my reds. They didn't really cut all the way through on my paper cutter, so I'm just gonna rip these ones apart. But they should be about an inch. And make sure when you're cutting your paper, it should be about the same, around the same size. Okay, so you're going to grab your brown piece of paper, and what we're going to do is we are going to fold it in half. So I'm going to fold it this way. So if you have it long, you're folding it in half. So match up your corners really well. Remember, for any weaving crafts, you have to make sure all your sides and corners match, because when you go to cut your the strips, you want both sides to be even, because if you go like this, you're going to have like a V shape and it's not going to work very well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut about an inch, so probably 2 fingers. So what you can do is you can grab a pencil and you can mark where your 2 fingers are and then just cut there, and just do that all the way across. Okay, so make sure you line up your fingers right next to the line you draw. Okay, so it should be 2 fingers all the way across. So I've got my lines, and what I'm going to do actually is, if you have a ruler or a straight edge, like you can use a book, side of a book, or something straight, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and draw your line. Okay, now I'm leaving a little bit of room at the end because you don't want to cut all the way through. So go here, and you're going to cut it to the same point every time. So let's do that first. So my line ends here, so I'm going to draw a straight line across like this. So that's where I'm going to stop when I'm cutting, because we're not cutting it all the way through. And this will help you keep straight lines. Now for weaving, you can also do wavy lines. And I will show you how to do that in a minute. So you can do this way or you can do the other way. And both will have similar effects. So I've got all my lines, and now all I have to do is cut. Now remember, the opening should be at the top. You're cutting from where it's folded. So you're going to take your scissors and you're going to carefully cut all the way to our stopping line. Okay? So cut, cut, cut. So I'm going to kind of Make sure it's even and start cutting again. Alright, so now when you open it, you've got your little rose. Alright, so now grab your strips, and you can do a pattern if you want, up to you. So I like to start from the middle and I like to go out. So I'm going to go over, or you could go under, whichever. I like going over, then under, over, lift, go under, go over, go under, and go over. Okay, and then what I like to do is to make sure that it is straight. I like to push it all the way to the side from the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to do my next one. This time, because we went over, we got to go under, so you're going to lift it, and you're going to go under. Lift the next one, go over and under. Lift this one and go under, and lift the last one and go under. Okay, so now you have that. Again, push it down, keep it straight. There we go. Okay, so my trick the last time when I did this with you guys during the live stream is that if there is a color when you're starting your next row, this is what you lift and it has to go under. So because this one doesn't have a color, it's going to go over it. Let me move my water, it's getting my construction paper wet. So because this row has color, you're going to put it under that one. Okay, then you're going to take this one because it's going to go under that one as well because it has an orange, and this one. So it's like an A-B pattern. Okay, and you're just going to keep going. So after I finish this, I will show you guys what a zigzaggy or squiggly cut looks like. And you guys can make so many different things with this. Animals, you can make your own placemat if you laminate it. Baskets are a little bit harder, but otherwise you guys can make so many things with this weaving. And you don't even have to use construction paper. You can use whatever kind of paper you'd like. You can even do this with fabric. So as I'm threading these through, what I'm looking for is which rows have the colors, and then, I mean, even if you look at it like this, these all go down. So the ones that are going down are the ones that you're going to go over. So, or under, I'm sorry. So all you have to do is lift these three, right? Because these three have the red, like that. And all you do is just thread it through, like this. Ta-da! And it's that easy. Okay. So again, lift the ones that have the color. And then scooch it down. Next one is my red one. So again, lift. And then as you get to the ends, that's where it gets a little tighter, so you just have to be very careful and gentle, or you might rip it. Sorry for the background noise. I think they're cutting trees or something. Alright. And this one goes down. This is probably going to be the last one that we do. And it's okay if you have some space left over at the top. Don't worry about it. Alright, so there we have it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to glue down all the ends. And then you're going to need an extra sheet of paper or construction paper, because we're going to glue this down, so then we can cut it out. So I'm going to go ahead and lift my end ones and glue those down. And this will keep the strips from moving around, because you're going to be doing this to both ends. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over so it's easier for me to access these sides, and glue those down. Okay. Just need like a dot of glue. Okay. Flip it back over because I think I forgot this side. Okay. And I think I glued these guys down. Okay, so we've got those glued down. I'm going to grab another piece of brown paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue this whole thing down on top of another piece of brown paper. Now I'm going to glue this side because it has the pencil lines on it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to do lines of glue. So we're just going to go like that. This way all of them gets glued down. And don't go all the way to the end, because we're going to cut the ends off anyways. Okay, so I have something like that. And I'm going to grab my paper, and I'm going to basically just sandwich it right on top, as best as you can. And press down. Get all of them. Like that. So, I mean, I was off by a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and cut these off now, because we don't need those. You're just going to follow the side of your paper and cut those off. It's okay if it's not perfect. We're going to be cutting this paper out anyways. Okay, so we have something that looks like this. And I'm going to throw this in the trash. Alright, so preferably let it dry for a few minutes and then cut it out, or else the glue's going to still be wet. But for the purposes of what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. but for you guys, I recommend cutting it later. So there's two ways that you can do this. You can either just cut the corners and make a circle, or you can flip it over and draw a big circle and then cut it out. I'm just gonna cut it out. So to do like an oval shape, you're just gonna cut the corners in like a curved motion, and then I'm gonna start here on the edge, and again kind of curve like that. Same thing, you keep going, curve, and make sure you cut the same amount so it doesn't look a little off. And I'm going to cut over here like this. Okay, so we have this like that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and shape this because it does look a little uneven. And I'm just going to go around and try to make this as round as possible, but we're not making a circle. So you just want to make sure you cut off the corners and the edges. So it's kind of going to look like a big potato. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so if you don't like how much brown is over here, you can cut that off. So let's go ahead and do that. Cut it off a little bit. Okay, so we have that. We're going to let it dry. I'm going to put it aside. And now we're going to work on the head, the arms, and the tail. So for the head, I'm actually going to fold my paper in half this way first. So hot dog way, because kind of it looks like a hot dog bun. And make sure you match up your lines and crease. So you have something that looks like this. And you're just going to cut it straight down the middle. So you have two pieces. So for the head, you're only going to need a little bit. So I'm going to fold this one in half and cut it. Now depending on how big your turtle shell is, mine's this big, just kind of eyeball it. This is probably going to be a good size for mine. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go up. And I'm going to stop right there. Same thing on this side. Start at the corner and curve in. And then you're going to do a curve up and a curve up. So try to curve in until they meet like that. And that's what you're going to cut out. So I'm going to follow my pencil line. Cut. And there we have our head. Okay. Flip it over so you don't see the pencil marks. And I'm just going to have some glue right here, the base. And let's see. I'm going to go ahead and glue this right on top and try to put it right in the middle. Okay. So you have that. Where did my black marker go? Must have misplaced it. Okay, that's okay. Alright, so now what we're going to do is you're going to take a black marker and you're going to do 2 circles. 1 and 2. Try to make them the same size, and then you're going to color it in. This marker is a little too thin for me to do so, so I'll color it in a little bit when I find my black. I don't know where it went. Okay, so there's my head. Now for the feet, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half again, just like we did for the head. Okay. But this time I'm going to fold it again, so you have something that looks like this. So you have 4 pieces. Now I'm going to keep it closed like this. It's okay if it's not completely even. And then what you're going to do is you're going to draw the letter U. So I'm going to start up here, whoops, and go down and back up. And that's what you're cutting out. So cut out those U's. Okay. And now you have 4, just like that. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your black marker again, and you're going to do 3 upside down U's. So you're going to go up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. And you're going to do that for all of them. Whoops. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get your turtle, and you're going to glue the edge and glue the edge and glue all 4 sides. This one goes on the bottom. And you still have this left over. What you're going to do is you're going to come at the corner and you're going to cut a very thin V, like that. And you're just going to glue the top part like that. And when you flip it over, you have your turtle. So I hope this was a little easier for you guys. I know it can be a little bit hard, but with practice, I think you guys can totally do it. It's really easy, it's fun, it's very calming, I feel like. I love doing these. So, I will get on trying to do the crocodile or the alligator one. That one is a little bit harder, but I will go ahead and do that for you at some point. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are staying safe as always. Wash your hands, have fun, and I'll see you next time.